everyone, and welcome to another Ken's Matchbox Car Revival. This time I'm going to be reviving my number 74 London bus that I've had since I was a kid, as long as I can remember. I think I've got a photo of it somewhere and me holding it. I'll have a look for that. I'll try and add it in. There she is. She's missing the interior, and I gave it a recoat of green paint, probably in 1971 or 2. We'll take her out, give her a look, see what we've got to do to this one to revive it. We'll pop it up on the hoist before we start the revival process. It takes a bit of manoeuvring to get a bus onto a hoist. Okay, well here's what we're dealing with. A well played with bus, missing the interior. I think I got it open as a kid. Somewhere there's the rivet. You can see the dark green on the outside and the original green on the underside coming through. There's the green. And a little bit of spill of paint. Unfortunately, I just don't know where the interior is. It's been gone for many, many years. We'll get those wheels off using that little tool. Only have to do the one side, of course. And one side always seems to be smaller than the other. Always go for the smaller side. Didn't take much to get that off. Now we'll do the other side. Don't forget, when you put these wheels back on, always put the inside out if you can. We'll give them a clean up. I use shower power on a toothbrush. Put them on a nice piece of tissue paper. And then just fold it over and keep them for later on. Next up, we'll take that paint off, use a bit of paint stripper. I just put a plastic tie through it, put it into an old strawberry tin or strawberry plastic container, and just drop what I think I need onto the Matchbox car. Let it sit for a while, and then get an old toothbrush, and away you go. It falls off. A quick rinse in some water, and that'll let you know what you've got left to do, whether you have to do some more stripping or just chip away at it with a sharp instrument. Came up pretty good. First time lucky. Now I'm going to buff it up with my wire brush. There's some parts that I just couldn't get to, so I used another smaller wire brush just to get into those corners to make sure I've got all the green paint out, ready for undercoating. Looks good now. And it's in good shape too. There's no bent wires or frames. And after a spray of undercoat, you get to see all the detail coming through. Look at that. Nice. Particularly nice when you know it's your own car from many, many years ago, and it's going to stay in your collection. Some sentimental value creeps in. A little bit of damage there. Not sure what that's from. Time for painting. I'm not very sophisticated in my painting. I don't have a air compressor and spray gun, so I just go to the auto shop and try and find the best colour I can. The tin of paint cost me $2.50. I'll give it a couple of coats of green, and then I'll finish off with a clear varnish. And that's what she looks like. Next up is putting some decals on the side. I found some decals on the internet. These ones you don't have to soak. You just peel off the back and put it where you want them. Here I'm using a steel ruler and a sharp knife. Then you peel it back, leaving part on the knife, and just place it. The less your fingers can be on the sticky side, the better. That looks pretty good. Now this time I want to cover up that little bit of damage there on the bus, which I don't know how I got into there. But it is a 50-year-old bus. There we go, that covered it up. Now we're going to put those wheels back on. There's always one side that's better than the other. I always put the inside out when I replace them. If you don't take too much off the axle, then sometimes you can just clip them back on. This bus will not be doing any more hard work for the rest of its life. Now we'll connect it back up. Because I don't have the interior, click, and that's it. So that's what she used to look like before I started, and this is a brand new one that's someone else owns, and that's what it needs to look like. And this is what mine now looks like. Really proud to have done this one up. For years I've seen it in my collection and it just sits there. Now I can proudly say my old bus has been revived. So let's bring it out from the workshop and we're going to take it for a test drive. We'll wait for the owner to show up and just park it here beside the Matchbox garage. We're going to take it for a test drive on my Steer N Go. Here she is out in the country, giving her her first test drive after her revival. Not much wheel clearance. A little bit of bottoming out, but that's okay. I'll take a bit of a shortcut. Now I think I found that photo of me holding this Matchbox car back in 1971 or 2. That's me. And I'm holding my bus. And this is the exact bus. Well, that's my revival for this week. Thanks very much for watching. If you like, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Take care and I'll see you next time.